Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be walking you through how I designed these social media app screens, and it's my own way of designing, especially when I need to do a time-lapse video. It's just easy for me that way. So first thing of course is go online, get inspiration from Pinterest, from whatever sites you get inspirations from Behance, Dribble, and all those sites that give you design inspiration. Then next thing is I get my frame, which is important, of course. And at the top of this particular social media design, I'm trying to get a menu and a message icon. And I will use Iconify, which happens to be my best icon plugin. It has a variety of everything I need, every icon I need, basically. So I've gotten my message icon here. Next, I need a menu icon. I need something not ordinary, something a bit different from the regular. So I think I like this. Yes, I like it. So I'm working with 30 by 30 pixel icon size. You can work with 24 by 24. It's up to you, but I love to work with this. This is for visibility. In some cases, I use 24 by 24. But for this particular one, I would love to use 30 by 30. So I'll maintain that consistency throughout the design. So next thing is I would like to put, okay, let me use shape instead. I would like to have a message notifying shape here, telling you how many messages you have. And I'll make it red. Make it red. Stroke is going to be white, and it's going to be outside, not inside. When it's inside, it makes your shape or icon appear smaller. 1.5 it should do. Let's say, for example, we have 2. So the number, whatever you're using, has to be bold because it's a very small icon up here with a number in it. All right. So that's for the top, and I don't want to use 100% black, so I'm going to use a darker shade of blue, maybe a dark shade of blue, something like this. I'm going to save it. All right, just maintain consistency. So let's save this. All right. So next thing is I want to have some sort of story frames up here, shapes up here. All right, so you know how you have on Instagram, you have stories at the top. I want to have something similar here. So what you do is get your shapes and try to give it a linear color. For this design, I'm using sort of red and purple. Yeah, so this will do. So I'm going to maintain this consistency. Sorry. All right, I'm going to frame. Okay, I'm going to do this, then I'll frame them both. Make a smaller one inside for the image, and this one out here. Okay, I need to save this. I need to save this. I'll save it as gradient. All right, so the image will be in here, and this one out here will be like an outer frame, like a ring outside. So I'm going to use this to represent that. Then I'll use 2. All right, so I highlight both and Shift A, frame them both together. So I'm going to frame these two. The essence of framing is so I can proportionately adjust the size without stressing myself. So I'll copy this, hold down Alt and drag, hold down Alt and drag. So this is what I'm trying to achieve. So this is going to be for you to add your own image. So I'm going to have the plus icon inside it. Iconify, just, it's amazing. I told you I'm working with 30 by 30. So whatever I'm doing here, I'm maintaining that consistency. So it's not going to stay inside. So you have to make it absolute so it can be easy to move around. I'm going to make it white. Yeah. So whatever you're dragging into this image from outside will not stay. It will try to fit into its own space. But if you want it to just be easy to move around, you have to make it absolute, like select the absolute position option up here. So I would quickly put an images inside all of these circles. And I'm using a plugin called Content Reel. Content Reel has a lot of things you can use on your design. It has lorem ipsum generator. It has images. It has logos. It has so many things. It has music covers. It has a lot of things you would find interesting when you're working on design. So I want to use maybe from the beauty avatars. I'll pick 3 images. I think I'll go with this. Or let me use one that has a background. All right, I like to use very nice pictures. All right, so let me see if I can get MRK avatar. Okay, I think this is nice. Then finally, I think I'll work with this. All right, so this like gives you the story vibe where you click and you see a story that was uploaded by somebody. So next, I'm gonna create the feed section, the part where you post, you see people's posts and all of that. And I'm gonna do that. So when I'm doing that, I'll be needing one of these images. So I'm gonna drag it out, Alt and drag out. Then I would press my K. The reason I'm pressing K is so that I can scale properly and proportionately. As you can see, this is small and it is okay. It's okay. All right, so next, usually you have the name or the username, but in this case, I want to use both name and username. All right, so let me change the image inside this. Come to Content Reel, go to Image, and Avatar Mail, and where's my guy? Yeah, I'm going to use this image. All right, so I'm not using black, as you can see. I thought I saved this. Okay, let me save again. All right, so I'm not using black. This is what I'm using. So I'll have under it the username, which is Femi Graphics, for example. I'll use a lighter color, maybe a lighter color. Yes, this to create a variation. And I'm using 12 for this. All right, so this is okay. So press Shift A to frame them both together and hold this by the side and Shift A. So I frame all 3 together. So the next, I'd like to have a tiny menu icon at the right here. Or maybe a menu in a circle or something. You can create yours. Sorry, a more icon. Sorry, not menu. All right, so this is okay. This is very okay. And I'm working with 30 by 30, so I would adjust this to that and use this color and frame them all together. Shift A. All right, so this is okay. Next, I want to have an image section here. Yeah, placeholder for your images. So I'm gonna frame this. Make the radius, corner radius, maybe 20. Yeah, 20 is good. And let's say I want to have an image from Unsplash. An image from Unsplash. All right. So Unsplash is a stock image site where you get amazing images free of charge. So I'm looking for a conference image. Something like this is good. Something like this is good. Yeah, makes sense. All right, so next under it, I want to have a sort of heart icon, a message icon, that's comments, sorry, and a send icon. I'm gonna get all three. First is a heart icon. All right, I think this heart is good. Yeah, and next is a message icon. Message icon. All right. All right, I think let's use this one, but then I'll have to resize the stroke. All right, so there's a third icon, the share icon, or the send icon. Oh, I think send should do. Yeah, send is okay. All right, so if you look closely, I'm using a lot of round icon, cornered icons, and that is to maintain consistency. So for this icon, for example, it is 1.5. The stroke is 1.5. I need to make sure all other icons they match that. All right, so there are some icons that can be adjusted. You can adjust the stroke, and some that you might have to just add a little bit of stroke around them. So 0.1, 0.2. All right, so that's okay. 0.2 is okay. All right, so this is 1.6. So what I did here was I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make the thickness, the stroke, the weight of the stroke equal, so they match. All right, I think this is okay. So in cases where you don't get icons that you can adjust the stroke values by this feature, using this feature, you might need to just add a little bit of stroke around it and just increase the value bit by bit till it matches the other stroke, the stroke value of other icons. So next thing I want to do here is I want to add figures to each of these features. So for example, the likes, let's say we have 200 likes or 200 love, as the case may be, 200 hearts. All right, you make it bold because it's small. And I like to make that 13. Semi-bold. All right, let's say we have 50 comments. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna frame them all. Shift A, then I'll group them. Frame them together. Shift A. So this is what we have. You can reduce this to 20. Spacing between 20. Then I want to add when it was posted. Let's say it was posted 3 minutes ago. Let's put it by the right here, and I'm going to frame them all together. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the comment, the caption that comes with the post right under this. So I'm going to put the name first, then next I'll have the comments by the right hand side. So for example, I'll put something like having fun at NYC Design Conf. All right. So let me add some sort of heart emoji here. Iconify heart. All right. So I like this. I'm gonna add it. Remember working with 30 by 30. It can actually appear smaller because it's just gonna be in the text. It's not an icon sign reason. So let's use 21 by 21. Then let's frame it together. So we are making progress. I'm gonna have to frame all of this together because they are one. They're gonna be in one card. And so I'm gonna select everything and press Shift A. Shift A, as you can see, there's a frame around all of this. So this is like one. It's not grouping, it is framing. So when you do this, you can actually adjust the horizontal and the vertical padding. So for example, I can add a padding of say 10 horizontally, and for the vertical padding, let me still do 20 should be okay. 20. So what I'll do next is I'm going to fill this. You can fill it with any color you want. I'm going to fill it with white, but I'm going to add shadow so it's visible. Next, I would give it a round corner radius, or a round corner. Let me say I give it 20, and let's add our shadow. So drop shadow, this is default drop shadow. You're not supposed to stick to this. You can actually adjust this. In my case, I'll try to make it not black now. I'll make it a lighter shade of red in between black and red here. Yes, somewhere here. And 25% is good. I'm going to blur it more. Add to the blur value, and maybe make it 50%. I don't know, so it's visible. Yeah, you can see. So we have 50%. So I'm going to add another card under. I'm just going to copy this so I don't have to start creating everything from scratch, and maybe change the name this time around. Change it to Toye Adebola. All right, see. Adebo. All right, so I'm going to change the image in here. Content reel gets another image from here. All right, let's use this. It's really nice. All right, so we're going to have the nav menu here. Maybe I should change the image in here, but then it's up to you, because you might need to use several images for representation. So let me use nature. All right, I think I love this. So next, we're going to get the nav menu done. Yes, this is okay. So nav menu is going to be on top of this. And I'll be needing my home icon. I'll be needing the search icon, the right icon, or add a new post icon, the heart icon, and the profile icon. I'll get all of them on Iconify right now. So first I need is a home icon, and just try to maintain consistency by getting an icon that has both the bold and the outlined, the solid and the outlined form of it. So for example, if I'm picking this, icon, I'll try to also pick this second one because they look alike. They're very much alike. If you look at these two, sorry, this and this, they look very much alike, but I think I like this broken one here. Next icon I need is a search icon. I need a search icon. So I'm going to pick this first one, the solid one and the outlined one here. As you can see, they are small. They are not. I'm sure they are not even up to 24 by 24 icon in size. Next, I'll need the right icon. I need the right icon, and I think this is okay for me. It's going to be in the center, so I don't need any other form of it. Next, I need the heart icon. And since I picked a broken home icon, I think it's okay if I pick this heart icon that is also broken. Not really broken, but then you can see that there's a line. It's not the regular shaped heart icon. So I'll pick this one as well. So then finally, user icon. User icon. I still see one that is broken here, sort of broken, and I'll pick the solid one here. All right. So as you can see, most of the icons are 24 by 24 except for this one. Let me see. It's 15 by 15. So I'm gonna make this 30 by 30 because that's the size I'm working with. I hope it's not too large though. Let me see. All right, let me just highlight everything. All right, so next I want to put this this pen. Let me make sure all of them are, the stroke value is the same. Let's use 1.5 for example. 1.5, 1.5. Is this 1.5? Okay, this is not, it cannot be adjusted. I think 2 should be okay. I feel 2 should be okay. So let's use 2 instead. The stroke value 2. Stroke value 2. This is still 1.5. Let's make it 2. All right. It feels thicker than the heart icon. Okay, let's use 1.8 instead, or 1.7. Or 1.7 should do. 1.7 is okay. All right, 1.7. We're trying to match it up to the heart icon, so everything look. I think 2 looks. It's kind of confusing here, but 2 looks okay on these 2 icons. It just matches. So next, I want to put a sort of like a circle behind this icon here because it's the one in the middle. So I'm going to bring out this shape here and just add it to the back. And I'm going to use the theme gradient color that I've saved here. For that, I'm going to make this white. So whatever you do, please make sure all of these frames are still around the icons. Don't bring out an icon. Can you see what I did now? It's very wrong. Don't take an icon out of its frame. Keep it in the frame so it is easy to proportionately adjust the width and the height. You can easily just change it to 30 by 30, 40 by 40. But once you take it out, it'll be hard to just use same figure to adjust the entire icon. So I'm going to frame all of this together. So for example, this and this, I'm going to frame it. We're on the home screen, so I'll use the solid form of the home screen icon here and use every other one's light form. All right, so this is what I'm doing here. All right, so this is how I want it to be arranged. I'm going to highlight everything and hold down Shift and A. As you can see, it has arranged it for me properly. So instead of grouping or instead of having to arrange them by yourself, I'm wondering whether the space here in between these and in between these is the same as this. It is perfect. It's just 43. And you can adjust it. I'm trying to keep it centered. So you can adjust it this way and bring it on your workspace. So I want a white background behind this. And it's simple. Just click on fill and you can make it whatever color you want to make it. I'm going to make it white and add some sort of shadow behind it. I think this is okay. It's okay. So I'm going to add to the horizontal and vertical padding. So it is perfect. It's edge to edge. So 44 should be fine. Yes. Then the vertical padding is going to be like, say, 10. It's good. All right. So it's up to you. Whatever way you want to arrange your icons, whatever works for you is good. But for me, this is what works. So I think I want to adjust this. Okay. I want them a bit closer to each other. All right. So this is good. This is the home screen. This is the home. This is home. And it's easy to just move everything around once they are framed together. Make sure they are centered. They are properly centered. And so the next screen I would like to work on is the story screen. So when you click on any of these pictures, what do you see is the story. So I'm going to copy this. I'm supposed to actually drag in a new frame, but then I'll use this for the story. All right, so next I'll take out everything inside here, everything in here, and I'm going to use this for example. So let's say this image is right here. I'm going to color this entire background with our theme gradient color. Yes, have it there. And next I would like to have the name and username of whose story you're viewing right by the side of the image, and I'd like to make the name white. I like to make it white. Sorry, and the username not so white. Yeah, something like this. All right, so the name is let's see, Adiola Tenny, and username is let's not use the name. Let's just say today, whenever it was posted, whether 10 minutes ago or so, or 20 minutes ago. Then I would like to have a close icon in a circle. Don't forget consistency. Our more icon here has a circle around it, so I want to do the same for our close icon. All right, so I'm seeing a close icon here that has a broken line, just like all of the icons we're using. So let's make it 30 by 30. 30 by 30 is good. And what's the... Right, let's make it 2. And we'll make it white, because it's very important. People see the icon. Oh, sorry, it's out of its frame. All right, so it's going to be here. Don't forget to frame this and this together, and maybe frame this alongside and keep them centralized. Then add some padding, horizontal padding. All right, I think 30 is okay. All right, I think this is fine. All right, so I'm going to put a progress sort of line here. The line that tells you, okay, you're almost done watching this story, whatever it is you're watching. So I'm going to make it, the corner radius maybe very rounded. Then I'm going to do a copy of it and make that white. Make it white. Pure white. Then this one down here, I'm gonna just reduce the opacity. 40 is good. All right, so next I'm gonna put an image of what it is you are viewing as a story right here. I'm gonna get a shape. I'm using the... All right, okay, it's not inside the frame. Make sure it is inside your frame. All right, so as soon as the blue line is highlighted, you know that, okay, it's inside the frame. So I'm going to give it a rounded frame, say 30. Okay, bottom left and bottom right should be 0, 0. Okay, so I'm going to put an image inside of this from our splash. Make sure the shape is selected when you're looking for that image. So I'm looking for an African image. All right, so I think I love this picture of these children smiling. I'm gonna add it. Lots of amazing pictures on Unsplash. Lots of beautiful pictures. All right, it's still loading. All right, that's it. So I'm gonna add a send message text placeholder here down here, but then this image might affect the visibility. Whatever image they say will affect it. So what you do in that case is you add a linear sort of linear color on top of the image. You make the lower part darker, maybe like a 60 or 50. Yeah, this is good. 60 is good. All right, so what this does is whatever you place down here will still be visible to whoever is using it, your user. So I want to send message text here, or send send message, like a text field basically. And I'm gonna put a send icon by this side. All right, I think this is good. It's perfect. And there was also, I'll also add emojis to it. So let's have our emoji, our smile emoji and heart. All right, I think I like this. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make a text field where you can type in a message when you're looking at the story. And I'm gonna have to frame this together, Shift A, centered, and make it white. I'll place it in here. Now we're gonna add to the padding, the horizontal padding and the vertical padding. Yeah, this is good. It's good. All right. So next, we're not filling this. We're going to put a stroke to it, a white stroke, not so white, but then it should be visible stroke. And we're going to make it 10. The corner radius 10. And I think this is good. Yeah, this is good. So next, we're going to add the emoji options by the right side here. So I'm going to make this yellow. Sorry. I think I prefer this. All right, so this is 24. We're supposed to use 30 by 30. I'm trying to maintain consistency in my icons. So you're gonna have these two together here. So when you type in a message, you might want to add an emoji, or you just don't want to type message, you just want to react to what is being posted. So you can just select this instead. All right. All right, so this is good. So this is our story icon here. Next, I'd like to work on is your profile icon as the handle that is being logged in. All right, so in this case, we're not using our outlined form of the user icon again. We're using the solid one. So I'm going to bring this and just highlight this and paste to replace. Next, the home icon is going to be the outlined one. Sorry, paste to replace. All right, so this is saying one thing, that you are now on your profile page. So I'm going to delete all of this right here, delete everything. So I'm going to bring in this because this is the detail of the profile, for the profile actually. Keep it centered. I'm going to make this image bigger because it's, of course, I'm going to make the name also bigger because this is the profile screen. All right, so I'm going to have a back button, a back icon here, and a settings icon. So I'll bring that in back. All right, I like this. And settings. All right, I think I like this broken one. Let's maintain consistency. All right, so I'm going to make sure they are both 30 by 30, the width and the height. And they're framed because I want them on the same line, like same horizontal position. All right, so this is good. And we're not using black, we're using our color here. All right, so next I would like to have the posts, followers, and following details down here. This would have to come up. All right, so for example, you have say 200 posts. Next you have followers. Let's say you have 200k followers. Yeah, I wish I had 200k followers. All right, next is following. How many people are you following? All right, following just 16. That's what our celebrities do. All right, so I'm going to frame all of this together, and I'm going to add to the vertical and horizontal frame padding, sorry. Centered. Maybe 6 is good. All right, so let me make it 10 instead, because I'm going to add a stroke under. So there's going to be a stroke under this. Let me reduce this actually. There's going to be a stroke, but it's going to be a bottom stroke. And I'm not going to use black. I'm going to use a lighter, almost, yeah, in between the white and red. That's good. All right, so next I'm going to have like yeah, so this is going to be the feed, and the next is going to be the tagged. I'm going to make this medium, yeah, and make it lighter. Let's use this, let's sample this. I think this is good. All right. So it's up to you, whatever other information you want to, maybe you want to make it feed, photo, video, whatever you want to do. Maybe I should do that. Let me add. Let me add saved. Though we didn't add the save icon here, but that's why we have the more icon here. So you can just click on this and you can select saved. So we have feed, saved, and tagged down here. Next I want to do is I want to add some images here. think I want to shift this up a little bit, and this up as well. All right, so this and this are going to be here. All right, so increase everything. I'm going to make sure they all have, say, 10. Let's still add some images down here. Maybe 3. Okay. All right. All right, so this is good. This is what I need. All right, so next I'm gonna add images into each of these shapes from Unsplash. So the conference happens to be most recent post, so it's gonna be at the top. Then I'm gonna add a cat. Okay. I think I like this. Then because I'm a product designer, I'm gonna add something that is product related, design related. The cat is still loading. All right, so you need to remember that Unsplash has there are some of their images that are not free. Like for example, this right here has Unsplash watermarked all over, so you can't use this, for example. You look out for the images that do not have this Unsplash plus on top of it. All right, so the cart is loaded. So next, I want to add UX design sort of image. All right, so I like this teamwork. It's good. I'm gonna add it down here. All right, it's taking time to load. So remember, this is just me designing some basic features on the social media app. Yours can be in any other way. And I would advise you use your grid, please, if you are not very good with positioning things properly. Over the years, I've learned how to work without having to depend on using grid. If you are not good with that, please use your grid. So next, I want to put a picture of a MacBook down here. Sorry. Yeah, right here. It's still loading. So if you're not very good with placing icons and text and images properly, please use your grid. I think I'll do another video on how to use your grid, and that would help you place things properly. The space on this side has to be the same with the one here, and all of those things. If you can't do that, you need to use your grid. All right, so our MacBook is still loading. I think it's loaded. All right, so next, I'd like to use a Figma related, maybe an app image here. And yeah, has to load faster. All right, so finally, right here, I'll just put any other random design. Any other random design. All right, so let's use something from Lagos. so this sunset in Lagos. They have amazing pictures on Unsplash. They have amazing pictures. Just type in what you need to search, and they're going to give it to you. All right, still loading. That's why I love to do time lapse, so you won't have to see all this process, all this slow part of the designing process. All right, so that's it. Quickly, I think this is looking really large. Yeah, it's looking really large. All right, I think I want to use 16 or 18. 18 is good. I'm gonna space them. All right, so from this you can tell that we're on the feed. We're on the feed, and they're still saved and tagged. Let me close this. So next screen I'll be working on is the search screen. So when you click on search, what do you see? What do you see? I'm gonna bring this in. And just, we'll be needing this. Okay. So making this come back to normal. Then our search is what we are trying to work on right now. All right, so every other thing is going to come out our workspace. Every other thing is coming out. So I want to have a search. Okay, sorry, I didn't name this screen. These are profile screen. So this is going to be our story screen. And at the top, I want to have a search field where you can search. And a mic for accessibility. All right, so we're maintaining the same search icon and a microphone. All right, so we still have a broken mic here, which is good. All right. So we're gonna keep it not same color, maybe something like this. It's still in line with what we're doing because we're using a purple color. And let me see. This is 1.5. This is 1. So we need to keep it consistent. 1.5, 1.5. All right. All right. So, okay. I had to do a little adjustment to this because the frame was not the regular kind of frame I've been using. All right. So I'm going to add the search text beside this here. And it's going to be same color as this one. All right, so I'm going to frame them together, put them in a single frame together. And this is going to be at the top right corner, or this will be at the left. All right, so I'm trying to frame all of them together, but then I want to put a left stroke to this one. Left stroke. Yes. And I'm going to space it a little bit. Sorry. All right, so I'm gonna add a stroke right now, and it's see white. Let me use white. So the idea is to have everything in a single frame. Shift A and add to the padding. Add to the padding. Yes, this is good. Add to the padding. All right, so because this is a search icon, I think I would want to bring this in a little bit more and make the frame, the frame rounded. Maybe 5 is okay. I'm going to fill it with a sort of not white color. Not white color. Let me come towards this side. Yes, so this is what I need. I'm going to add to the horizontal frame, a little bit to the vertical frame. Okay, this is good. All right, we're almost there. All right, so with this you can tell that you can either type in or just use your voice to search. All right, so next I want to have 3 sections here, one for the post, one for market, and one for games. And I'm going to get the icons first. So gallery. Okay, so I like this. It's a solid image, partially solid though. It's nice. All right, next I'll have the markets icon, or let me use shop for example. Yeah, shop icon, this is good. And next I'll have the games icon, game. I like this. All right, next I would to understand this font. Okay, this is 16. All right, I'm gonna bring in this and make it 16 as well. I hope 16 is not too big though. But all right, so this is for posts. All right, I'm gonna frame them together and add to the padding. Make it round, B5, and fill it. All right, I'm filling it with this color because this is what we're selecting. This is the active page, so I'm gonna make this white, and this also white. Yeah, this is what I need. All right, this is the first, this second, and this is third. Or you can frame all together this way. All right, I think I want to take out this and just make this then. All right, so I'm going to replace this image with this, but then I'm going to color it first. I'm going to make it, yeah, this color. And I'm going to press paste to replace, sorry. And I'm going to take out the fill and add a frame, a stroke instead, sorry. Make the stroke 0.5. All right, next copy this and just put it by the side. These games. All right, I'm going to color this as well. And all right, paste to replace. All right, so I have all 3 here. Yeah, I have all 3 and they are looking good. All right. So next is I'll have the posts images. I think this is sorry, this is market. And I think the font size are really large. They're really large. So I'm going to use 14 instead on all three. So you need to actually pay attention to there's something called text hierarchy. You need to pay attention to your text and their sizes. You need to maintain consistency. There's some text that should be kept, or that can be kept smaller. And yeah, whatever you do, make sure they are share consistent. It's very important. Next, I'm going to add images right here. Let me just use this one I have already. I'll just change the images inside. I like the layout I used here. Make it bigger. Now, if you're very observant, you notice I'm trying to make sure all of this start at the same point and end on the same point. That's why you need a grid. And if you don't know how to do this, just maintain your grid system. It's very important. It's very important. All right, so we have this, and this. Then we have this again. All right. All right. So I think this is fine. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to change the images in here to random images, so it doesn't look like it's our profile images. Unsplash. Sorry. All right. So I'm going to put food image here. Add food image. All right. It's pancake. Nice. All right. One of the reasons I love Splash so much is their images are really nice, and they are high quality images. They are high quality images. You can always trust them for amazing pictures. They have nice stock pictures for free. That's the interesting part. You're not paying for using these images. They are free. All right, so my network is a bit slow. That's why it's taking time to download the images. But it's almost done. All right, I don't know if I can change all of this because of the network speed, but let's try. It'd be nice to have a different look for our search page. Finally, all right, let's leave the cat image. Let's leave the UX image. Let's come down here and maybe spot. All right, I think this image would be nice for this down here. Yeah, because it's landscape. All right, so I always tell people that there are four important things. So there are more than four important things that you need to pay attention to when you are creating designs, generally, whether graphic design or product design like this. Number one, you need to make sure you're using the right font. You need to make sure you're using a very good font. Number two, your color mix has to be very good. Very good. You can't have a dark background and you're trying to place a dark text on top of it at the same time. You can't have a light background and you're trying to place a light text or light image on top of it. So you have to make sure they're contrasting. So you need to pay attention to your colors. Number three, your alignment is very important. How do you align your text? How do you align your images? Are you maintaining the left alignment, or you are doing everything centered? You need to be very careful how you do that. Number 4 is actually good images. You need to use very amazing images, very clean stock images, not pixelated, not blurry images. You need to maintain that. Make sure you do the right thing. All right, I think I'll have to just move on from this so it doesn't waste so much time. I have to move on. After this is loaded, I'll move on to the next screen because we have one last screen we need to design, and that's the splash screen. All right, maybe when we're done with the splash screen, we can come back here and just add 1 or 2 or 3 more, or just edit all of the images. All right, finally. Oh, it was trying to upload it on the entire frame, not just on this. Okay, so let's move on to our final screen. Our final screen, I think I'd like to use this frame, our splash screen. So I'm going to take out everything inside of this screen, except this last one, because I think I would like to use it. I'll just keep it out for now. Keep it out for now. All right, so this is what the splash screen is going to look like. You can make it look any way you want it to, but I want to have 2 images inside with a corner radius of 30. One is going to be at this side, top left, like this, and the other one will be at the bottom right, just below it. You can have different looks for your splash screen. It's up to you. Whatever works for you is good. And I want to have images of happy people. So I think he looks quite happy, so I think this is just the perfect picture for this. And you need to look for images that just complement your design, images that make your design look really good. Yeah, it's still loading. All right, it's almost done. And voila, it's done. So right here, I'm going to put a woman's picture, lady. All right, she happy? Oh, I think I like this. They're all beautiful. I'm so confused right now. Okay, I think it's still trying to load this one. Okay, so we gotta wait patiently. All right, so the idea behind having a splash screen is you need a screen people would land on when they open your app, a screen that welcomes them to your product. So that's what the splash screen just presents. You know, some splash screen can be as simple as having just your logo and a little text at the bottom. Then maybe a get started button will be also be at the bottom. But for this, I want to have 2 images at the top and a little write-up, like a tagline or so at the bottom. Then you get started button, of course. All right, so we have this image, but I said she doesn't look happy, so I want to use this instead. Let's see. I hope it loads faster. It goes faster. All right, while this is loading, I would like to add some text. Connect with your real G's. Keep it centered and make it semi-bold or bold, though whichever one works. I think semi-bold is okay. Let me make it bigger. Get bigger. I think it's fine. All right. No, semi-bold is fine. All right, next is I'm gonna add some subtext, but then let's make sure this image is loaded into this frame, because whatever frame is selected is where the image loads into. I'm sorry this is taking time, but just how my network is today. All right, so this is it. All right, so next I like to have a subtext, like I said, and that will be like 14 or 16, whichever one works. Medium. This is the perfect place to stay connected with your friends. All right, so we're gonna make this regular and just keep it simple. The line height here I reduced it a little bit. I'm gonna frame these two together and keep it centered. All right, so next is there's gonna be a button down here that says get started, and I have a frame already that has actually, I used it in the previous pages. I think I used it on the search here. Or send message. So I'm going to use that as a get started button. So get started and all right, I guess I should start afresh so you see how this can be done in some other ways. So you can type in your text, get started, and maybe give it an 18 and semi-bold. Medium is fine though. Medium is okay. The next thing is there's going to be an arrow pointing to the right. I think I want to have this pointing up, but I'll make it minus 90 degrees so it points to the right. And make it 30 by 30. I think I need it bigger, a little bit bigger. And bold, maybe 2. Yeah, this is good. Then I'm going to frame the both of them. Select the two of them and press Shift A. And sorry. All right, so both have been framed. So what I need to do next is fill in with white and vertical padding and horizontal padding is next thing I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to give it a corner radius of say 10 or 20. 20 is good. And the colors are not black. We have a color we're using, the dark color. And you can add shadow if you want to. You can add your shadow. Add a little shadow. So you can add a lighter shade of the background color for the shadow. A lighter shade of the background color. In my case, I like to do something this way. I think it's perfect. And I think that is it. I would like to make this smaller because it's looking really big here. This text here. Make them 14. Don't forget, keep them centered and aligned. I'm going to make this 16 or 17. 17 is good for this. 17 is good for this as well. Let's see what 16 looks like. Here, yeah, 16 is good. All right, so this is everything I need to work on, and please don't forget to like, don't forget to share this to someone else who you think will need it, and don't forget to subscribe so that when I drop new videos, new updates, you get to see it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.